Are you constantly chasing the next big thing, always striving for more, only to feel a familiar emptiness once you've achieved it? In a world that relentlessly pushes us towards acquisition and external validation, finding genuine satisfaction can feel like an impossible task. But what if the key to lasting happiness isn't in what you gain, but in how you perceive what you already possess? Today, we explore an ancient philosophy that offers a powerful and enduring path to contentment. Our modern society often equates happiness with accumulation: more money, more possessions, more experiences. We are subtly, and sometimes overtly, conditioned to believe that our well-being is contingent upon achieving the next milestone or owning the latest gadget. This relentless pursuit often traps us on a hedonic treadmill, where each new pleasure quickly fades, leaving us yearning for the next, more significant external stimulus. But imagine a different path, a way of living where your peace of mind is not dictated by the fluctuating tides of external circumstances, but by an unwavering internal foundation. This is the promise of Stoic philosophy. Far from being about emotionless repression, Stoicism is a practical framework for cultivating resilience, wisdom, and, crucially, a profound sense of inner contentment. One of its most profound teachers, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, encapsulated this truth perfectly when he wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This isn't just a feel-good platitude. It's a radical reorientation of where we locate the source of our well-being. Marcus Aurelius, a man who commanded the most powerful empire in the world, faced immense pressures, betrayals, and personal tragedies. Yet, his private writings, known as Meditations, reveal a constant striving for inner peace and equanimity. He understood that even with limitless power and wealth, true happiness remained an internal endeavor, subject only to his own mind. When Aurelius speaks of your way of thinking, he points to the profound power we have over our interpretations of events. Circumstances themselves are neutral. It is our judgment about them that causes distress or joy. If we choose to see what we have as sufficient, as a gift, rather than focusing on its perceived deficiencies or what we lack, our experience of life fundamentally shifts. The Stoic lesson here is that contentment isn't found by changing your external reality, but by transforming your internal landscape. It's about recognizing that the very little needed for a happy life is always accessible to you, right here, right now. It is a profound shift from seeking external gratification to cultivating internal gratitude and a clear perspective. The relentless desire for more is a fundamental obstacle to contentment. We often believe that if only we had that promotion, that bigger house, or that new car, then we would finally be truly happy. Yet, this cycle of desire and temporary gratification often leaves us feeling emptier, perpetually longing for the next thing to fill a void that external possessions can never truly satisfy. This leads us to another potent Stoic insight, this time from Epictetus. Born into slavery and later gaining his freedom to become a revered philosopher, Epictetus understood deprivation and independence intimately. His life story itself is a testament to finding profound wealth and freedom not in material possessions, but in one's inner disposition. Epictetus taught that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This challenges the very foundation of how many of us define prosperity. We're taught that wealth is about accumulation, about the vastness of your assets. Epictetus flips this on its head, suggesting true richness lies in the reduction of your desires. Think about it. If you desire less, you are less dependent on external factors for your happiness. You are less susceptible to disappointment, envy, and the anxiety of losing what you have. This isn't an endorsement of asceticism, but a call to intentionality, to understand and appreciate what is truly sufficient for a good life, freeing yourself from the tyranny of insatiable cravings. Consider the pervasive influence of social media today. We're bombarded with curated images of others' seemingly perfect lives, their exotic vacations, luxury purchases, and flawless appearances. This constant comparison fuels a cycle of wanting, leading us to feel inadequate and perpetually behind, no matter how much we actually possess in our own lives. Contrast this with someone who practices Epictetan wisdom. Imagine a person who meticulously tracks their spending, not out of poverty, but to ensure every acquisition is truly useful and valued. They declutter regularly, finding immense freedom and mental clarity in less. Their joy comes from intentionality, from appreciating the functionality and beauty of what they do have, rather than longing for more. This individual understands that their wealth isn't measured by a bank account, but by their inner tranquility and freedom from excessive desire. By consciously distinguishing between genuine needs and fleeting wants, you gain a powerful sense of control over your own contentment. You become immune to many of the external pressures that drive modern dissatisfaction, cultivating an internal abundance that cannot be bought or sold. Beyond the pursuit of more, another significant impediment to happiness is our tendency to live anywhere but the present moment. We often dwell on past regrets, replaying mistakes and missed opportunities, or we become consumed by future anxieties, worrying about what might happen tomorrow, next month, or next year. This mental time travel robs us of the only reality we ever truly possess, the now. This brings us to Seneca, a prominent Roman statesman, playwright, and philosopher whose life embodied the complexities of Stoic practice. Despite immense wealth, power, and ultimately a forced suicide, Seneca consistently advocated for living in harmony with nature and, crucially, for embracing the present. His practical letters offer timeless advice on living a good life. Seneca wisely observed that true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. This profound statement highlights that our yearning for future certainties often prevents us from experiencing the richness and beauty of the current moment. The future, by its very nature, is uncertain, and trying to control it through worry is a futile and draining exercise. To truly enjoy the present means to recognize that the past is gone and cannot be changed, and the future is not yet here and may never be as we imagine it. All we have is this breath, this sight, this sound, this feeling. When we tether our happiness to future outcomes, we defer our joy indefinitely, creating a perpetual state of not yet that leads only to frustration and dissatisfaction. One powerful Stoic practice for embracing the present is often called negative visualization. This isn't about being pessimistic, but about contemplating the loss of things you currently possess. Imagine for a moment that you suddenly lost your vision, your ability to walk, or even your morning coffee. By briefly considering these losses, you cultivate a profound appreciation for what you currently have, right now, as a precious gift. To apply this practically, dedicate moments throughout your day to fully engage with your senses. When you eat, truly taste your food, notice its textures and flavors. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet, notice the colors, the sounds, the air. These aren't just mundane activities. They're opportunities to anchor yourself in the present, to appreciate the simple miracle of being alive and experiencing life. Another powerful daily practice is to begin your morning by reflecting on one simple thing you appreciate, and to end your day by recalling specific moments of gratitude. This isn't about ignoring challenges, but about choosing to face them from a grounded, present state, rich with appreciation for what is, rather than being consumed by what isn't or what might be. Stoicism, with its emphasis on internal control, few wants, and living in the present, offers not just an ancient philosophy, but a profoundly practical guide for navigating the complexities of modern life. True happiness with what you have isn't a destination. It's a journey of perspective, a continuous practice of bringing your focus inward and appreciating the abundance that already exists within and around you. Remember, the power to be content rests entirely in your hands, in your way of thinking. If this resonated with you, subscribe for weekly Stoic wisdom and join our community on this journey of self-mastery.